All right, guys, so an unexpected situation occurred. We were actually working on another video, and I had to move my bike. And I grabbed the handlebars and kind of turned them to upright the bike to push it out of the way. And the lower handlebar clamps snapped. So hopefully you can see that. The handlebars are still attached to the upper and lower clamp, but the lower clamp actually snapped down by the bushings. So we're going to show a video of if this happens. Now, just so you know, if you've got apes do put more stress in this area than the regular handlebars. So the higher the apes, the more stress you're going to get. And this is something that could happen to anybody that has risers on, or handlebars, apes on their bike. All right, so I already took the nacelle loose, but you're going to have to remove this. I had to do it just to see what was wrong. One of the things that you're going to also have to do is you're going to have to loosen the whole fairing and lift the whole fairing off, because you can't get to the clamp bolts, which are under the fairing that hold the handlebars on. So there's 2 screws on the side that hold this on. Undo the wires, and then we'll pull that off. Okay, so to get one of the harnesses off, there's actually a tab button here. I'm trying to keep my fingers out of the way, so you push that tab down and it just pulls off. Then you can move your handlebars to the right side, and that will allow you to get the wires off on the other side as well. Okay, so once you get the wire off on the other side, you can just remove that. Okay, next thing, we got to take the turn signals off. So there's 2 bolts for that, one there and one there. Acorn nuts. If you got lowers, be careful that you don't hit them with your ratchet. There's a tab right here. Push it and just pull that off, and your turn signals come off. Okay, next we need to take these 2 bolts off as well on both sides. These are what secure the fairing on. Under here, that big bolt, that actually goes into the lower clamp, which is right up here. And you can see, let me try to get that wire. I'm holding the camera and doing all this simultaneously. As you can see, if I move the handlebars, you can see that lower clamp is broken, both sides. And that's what we got to replace. The problem we're going to have here is as we turn the clamp bolt, since it's broke, it might turn on us and give us a hard time even getting that clamp off. So we're going to start turning this very carefully. What I did is I wedged the broken piece of the lower clamp against it, against the bottom, and it's allowing me to turn it, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now, if you're in here doing this, check your riser bushings also. It's a good time to go ahead and replace those if they're wore or your handlebars are getting kind of sloppy. Because once you have it tore down this far, you can just get the polyurethane ones. They sell them at Harley for about $50. It'll really save you a lot of headaches down the road. So there we go. There's the lower handlebar clamp bolt. Okay, so we're getting ready to undo the bolts that hold the handlebars together, or onto the handlebar clamp. What I want to do is I'm going to mark the position of my handlebars though, so you can use that line right there. That way you know that you put that line in there and it's going to be the right spot. You can come up higher if you want and make another mark. That way you have like a 2 marks to line up and know that your handlebars are in the position they were before. One of the bolts is here. This is the easy one to get to. That's not a problem. Okay, so now we got to lift the fairing up and we're going to pull it backwards. There we go. That allows us access now to the upper clamp bolt. All right, now we've got the other upper clamp, handlebar clamp bolt, upper handlebar clamp bolt. After pulling the fairing up. Now, of course, since my Lower clamps are broke, my handlebars are falling, so that's what you got to be careful of. That's why I covered the tank. There we go. There's the lower clamp. So what I need to do is just knock it off with a hammer because it's tight on there. And there we go. There's the lower clamp. All right, there's the lower clamp, and as you can see, it's completely snapped off. Okay, so here was the other piece that went in there, and both sides did that. So there you go. Okay, so we got one side off. That's how to do one side. The other side's exactly the same, so I'm not going to show how to do that, but now we need to take the other side off. That'll get the entire handlebar upper and lower clamp off so that we can replace them with new ones that we still have to go buy. The left clamp has a ground wire. I already loosened it. We just wanted to show you though. You have to take that off. Okay, so I had just enough nub on there to get a pair of channel locks on it, and I can turn that lower clamp bolt and it's coming off. I got lucky on that actually. There we go. Now I'm kind of breaking it loose. There we go. And there it comes. There we go. Just got back from getting the part. It's a lower handlebar riser. The service manual says clamp. $46.99 for each one. So inside of there's the new one. There we go. All right, so we gotta get the ground wire that was on there back on. The first thing we do before we mount the clamp. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start with the right side clamp. One of the first things you got to do is service manual says put 2 to 3 drops of blue Loctite. So that's what get that on there. We're going to position it. You got to lift the handlebar up. Come up into there. Put it in. You're going to have to kind of move it around till you feel that bolt grab. There it is, right there. I felt it. Then get a wrench on it. And for now, we're not going to torque it yet. We're just going to get it on there. And we're going to get both sides on. There we go. That side's on. It's not tight yet because we want to be able to move it around so that the handlebars will sit flush inside of it. And then we'll go do the other side. Okay, next we got to put the upper clamp on. And you're going to want to kind of center your handlebars at this point as well. I'm going to put the lower ones in first just to hold it in place. Service manual does not call for Loctite on these. Okay, so in order to get the front ones on, we've got to take the outer fairing off because you can't twist the entire fairing to get the front clamp bolts on with the outer fairing on. So we're going to start by taking these 3 off. Then we can pull the windshield off. And then there's one down here on both sides that has to come off. That allows you to take your fairing off. And then you're going to want to make sure that you disconnect your headlight. There you go. right, now you can pull your fairing back, and that allows you to get to your upper clamp bolts. Then we're going to tighten them up a little bit by hand. Before we put a torque wrench on them. Now, we're going to make sure they're lined up even here, which they are, side to side. I've got the same amount of gap in between there. Okay, now we're going to put the fairing back on. There we go. Check your wires under here for any pinching. Make sure that you've got it on properly, both sides. And we did. And now we can tighten the lower clamp bolts. Okay, so we're going to torque the lower clamp bolts to service manual specifications. Okay, go to the other side and do the same thing. Now we're going to get the outer fairing back on. Make sure you get your light plugged in. There are some rubber seals that go around the outside of this thing, so be sure that those seal or get seated properly. Okay, these bolts are different sizes, so you got a real long, skinny one that goes kind of under where the mirrors are. Just be real careful with these guys. I've seen people over tighten these, and depends on the ear you've got, but there's a little barrel. It's a press fit barrel that's in there, a little brass barrel these go into. If it breaks loose on your inner fairing, it actually will mess up the inner fairing, and you can sometimes glue them back in and they'll hold without twisting, but it's just better not to get into that. You don't ever want to put Loctite on these either. Okay, now that we got the outer fairing back on, we got the front nacelle back on, we got to get the bolts that hold, that tighten the fairing onto the forks. Okay, and do the same thing to the other side. All right, now we're going to put our turn signals back on. So nice, easy, quick snap on that. You put the quick disconnect up inside of there. There you go, hang it on. Use the acorn nuts that we took off earlier. And do the other side the same way. Now we're going to put our control panel cover back on. You turn your handlebars all the way to the right, at least on this bike. You can slide it in there, just like that. Get inside and connect your wire harnesses like we disconnected them before. And then come over to the side and put your 2 screws in that hold that panel on. Put a screw on each side. All right, so that was a somewhat quick process. If you break your lower handlebar clamps, totally unexpected. But anyway, that's how you replace them if you have to. So hope this helps in the future for anything like that might come about. As always, please subscribe to the channel and visit my website at rideitwrenchit.com.